Something happens to women in their 40s that destroys relationships quietly, and nobody dares to speak about it. One morning, she's brewing your coffee. The next morning, she's messaging strangers on dating apps. You think this is harmless? Think again. Relationships aren't failing slowly. They're imploding. You laugh together on Sunday, and by Tuesday, she's cold, distant, silent. You're confused. You're panicked. But here's the truth. It's not just about her. It's about the toxicity you allowed in. He ignored her subtle criticism for years. One argument later, she walked out. No warning. No fight. Just gone. Nobody tells you this. Hormones, experience, and life changes shift women's tolerance for nonsense. Patience disappears. Resentment grows silently. What you think is small complaints. It's a ticking emotional bomb. A friend joked about her dreams. She didn't speak for a week. That joke planted seeds of silent rebellion. Brother, do you think you know your woman? You never saw it coming. The little lies, the tiny betrayals, the ignored feelings. All of them stack into a mountain of disaster. A husband left dirty dishes for a month. She started rewriting the rules of the relationship. She stopped listening. She stopped caring. Explosion inevitable. You see them at dinner, smiling. But inside, volcanoes are erupting silently. Every ignored text, every small insult, every missed date is fuel for the emotional explosion. She pretended everything was fine. Meanwhile, she was planning a life without him, months in advance. That passive-aggressive comment isn't petty. That cold shoulder isn't random. It's a test of your emotional competence. Fail, and the fallout will destroy everything. A man laughed off a small lie. Weeks later, he found she had sold the house they shared without telling him. Brother, stop. Look, listen. Toxic behavior hides in tiny actions, ignored calls, fake laughs, subtle digs. Not might go off. Will go off. He thought she was tired. She was planning a life without him. In one weekend, he lost everything. One ignored fight is like gasoline on fire. You laugh today. Tomorrow, your heart is ashes. A couple argued over the thermostat. 5 months later, she's dating his coworker. Thermostat war led to betrayal. Here's the secret. Emotional manipulation is often unseen. The little lies, the fake smiles, the I'm fine moments, they're strategic, calculated, and deadly. She smiled. She laughed. Meanwhile, she secretly drained their shared bank account, all hidden behind normalcy. Do you think you can fix it? Brother, if you haven't recognized these signs, you're already behind enemy lines. Every careless word, every ignored feeling, every underestimated emotion is another nail in the coffin. He mocked her career ambitions. She stayed silent. A year later, she left with half his life savings. And the final secret? Toxic behavior doesn't warn you. It creeps, tests, and destroys. One day, she's yours. The next, she's a stranger. Every man who ignored the signs will say, I never saw it coming. So here's your choice. Wake up and recognize the signs, or keep living in fantasy. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell to learn the 5 ultimate toxic behaviors that ruin every relationship before it's too late.